Hello, I want to welcome everyone this evening. As we get started, would like to introduce Ken to you. So glad that you are here with us this evening. Ken is a soul infusion walk-in. Ken's higher self, 13 soul aspects in his native soul have merged as a single collective into his physical body. This process has altered his DNA, cellular structure, and etheric energy fields to behave like a Wi-Fi power station and broadcast accelerated extension frequencies, healing codes, and DNA activation sequences to those in physical proximity and those connected to his energy field during live events, recorded audio playback, and virtual sessions. Sorry about that. I want to welcome Ken Lloyd.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Kim. Cool. So, thank you once again for everyone showing up and, having the trust in me to take you through your healing journey. A couple things here real quick. Obviously, the legal disclaimer, whichever way you do here. I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose, treat, or cure anything, right? Ultimately, I just move energies around, which results in the healing of you. So I'm going to bring up my little note thing here. So there are some quick updates. I have a podcast starting next week on the Conscious Awakening Network. It's called the Accelerated Ascension Show with Ken Lloyd. I'll be sending out a flyer later on, probably Monday or Tuesday, with more details on how to access that. It's the first show. Mechanically, I'm not even sure how it's going to happen, over Zoom and YouTube and Android TV and Roku and all these other things, right? So still getting the mechanics to, but once that's done, I'll definitely update everyone on how to access the show. Now, the show itself, the content is actually going to be created by Chimeric, which is one of the soul aspects in me. Well, I call it collective right now, but it'll be knowledge, tools, activation and healing codes, and attunements, all focused around accelerating your ascension journey. And ultimately, being here tonight is accelerating your ascension journey, as we talked about in the past. Raising your frequency from 3D to 5D and then bringing in the healing codes needed. When you remove those lower frequencies, you are ultimately accelerating your ascension. There are some updates with me personally. So last Wednesday, well, it's been a week now, my team installed what they're calling a living library in my field, in my body. I've known this was coming for about a year and a half, didn't know it was called a living library. But ultimately, it is knowledge and information about you, your past, present, and future, your timelines, karmic trauma, and ultimately everything that's related to you and your frequencies. This living library gives me and others eventually the ability to go in and remove those very things making you ill that are impacting your life, but to do it at a group level. So tonight I will be doing this. It'll be uneventful for you, the audience. There'll be nothing you need to see, do. I'm going to handle all the work. No visualizations with that at this moment. As that process evolves with me, it'll evolve with all of us. So, and again, there'll be more on that once I know how to use this brand new tool in the body. Today, in addition to the healing, the team is delivering 3 soul codes for everyone. So a soul code is like an upgrade to your consciousness, and it's delivered in your field, and then it propagates through the field into your DNA, and then into your physical presentation of consciousness, ultimately you, if you will. Now, they've just labeled these colors. He says the first one is orange, and he says this will expand your awareness of your surroundings. So the feeling of being connected to more than your body will begin to resonate in all aspects of your being. Subtle, but very important for you to accelerate your ascension. These soul codes will give you the ability to touch, see, and feel without words or actions, but more with a knowing. It'll take a little time before you trust a new intuition and what they are calling a connection. The next one, they say it's just a silver code. So we contain all codes or programs in our consciousness that restricts our parameters of operations in the physical body and the human experience, both at an individual level and a human collective level. You can think of these codes as like rules in the game, okay, the game of humanity. So as the human moves from the current understanding of humanity from the past to the current and into the future of our potential, the restrictive rules or soul codes can be removed. So today there are installing soul codes that will gently and systematically begin to remove the very programming restricting your access to all of your potential as a human. Now, the third one, they just call it pink. So when we expand our consciousness and we begin to take in and process more information, activations, knowing, and access to everything, our consciousness needs the structure to hold the expansion. Soul codes are being delivered today that create a grid in your consciousness. This grid system could be thought of as a wireframing, which provides a conductive interface between the expanded consciousnesses and your existing consciousnesses. This soul code is quiet and behind the scenes. Ultimately, it's like building out another room in your consciousness, like expanding the house, getting ready to move furniture in. I don't have a better metaphor, if you will, but it's creating more framework for you to hold more. So for those of you that have not had the experience yet, it's not your typical healing engagement. So over the course of the next hour or more, I'll be walking you through a series of visualizations. You'll hear me speak in light language. Don't worry about the words, there are codes. And then finally, I will ask you if you just close your eyes and attempt to follow along with the visualizations. So please understand, you cannot get it wrong. You showed up, and that was really the only requirement from you today. So anybody with an earshot of this audio will also receive the healing codes for them. So within 48 hours, you guys will receive a download link to this recording. I only ask that you don't watch the recording more than one time in any 4-day period. You have to give the energies time to work through your system. Now, finally, there's 4 visualizations I'll take you through in about the hour or so. The first one is called the Blue Spear, and this does nothing more than just connect our higher selves together and provides a bubble of energetic protection around you. This is the easiest one. The next one is called the DNA Spin Up, okay? And this will open up the energy pathways from the etheric through your DNA and into the cells of your body. And it will also install the soul codes and any DNA upgrades or activations that are happening. Then we have the ribbon energy, and then finally the rapid repair, and that's the longer version. So as I mentioned a few moments ago, I'm raising your frequency to your 5D level. You should already start to feel your emotions changing and your frequency rising. Some of you will feel the energies already touching you. So when your frequency is elevated, it provides the opportunity for the dis-ease to leave the body. So the lower vibrational energy doesn't want to occupy the same space as the high frequency. So finally, it's your healing journey. Your disease may be relieved for one day, several weeks, or permanently. All right. When the condition returns, it simply means you have more healing work to do. All right. And it's a much bigger topic than we have on the call. So the other thing is kind of remember that even though when you signed up, you set the intention to heal a certain condition or a certain thing or to work on a certain aspect of your life, recognize that the universe is much smarter than we are. And when they do the healing on you, they are going to remove the things that are most paramount for you right now. The things that are impacting you the most will be the ones they work on first. Okay. And that may be your condition you showed up for, but it may be a lot of other trauma that's buried in the background. So also remember the mantra, you need to feel to heal. All right. So ultimately, many of you will have some observable effects after this. All right. You may have insomnia or feeling overly tired. You'll have those feelings of low emotions. All right. And you're gonna probably have the emotional release of crying. And to let you guys know that the process of crying and the emotional release is the healing itself. And I encourage all of you to allow those emotions to flow. Even if you don't know why you're doing it, allow them to flow, because that is to release the healing taking place. And then also you may notice your physical discomfort in one area shifting to another area in the body or becoming stronger before it eases up. Again, this is all part of the process. So this works on the mind, body, and spirit as a complete unit. So again, while you may be here for a physical condition and that may be relieved, it also deals with the emotional healing, childhood trauma, the heart, sacral, and root chakras, energetic cord cutting, spiritual awakening, activations, as we just talked about, and even enhancements to your already important gifts, including a stronger connection to spirit. So again, as these lower energies are removed from us, we get a stronger connection upwards, if you will, to spirit. So finally, you will receive an email after this, and hopefully it gets shut out or send out 15 minutes after it's done, but it contains a hyperlink for a transformational healing protocol that I recommend everyone follow. This will help keep your frequency high and elevated, while you're going through this for the next 7 days or so. Cool. I think we're about it. Do we have any questions? Everyone just stay muted, please. And then if you have a few moments here, make sure your phones are off, use the restroom, get ready, and just get comfortable, right? We don't want any distractions while you do this. And I'll give everyone a few moments. I'm just going to go quiet here for a few seconds while I tap into the thing I tap into. Give me a moment. Shakadia Tarakani, Dishkatuka Pukati, Tarakatari, Tishidikato, Shele amare tika taka taka tasha tere tika dishkini ngadi chashkosho tashini yapare tia tashi tishia. Okay. Everyone just stay comfortable. There's nothing you need to do at this very moment. Just relax. I'm going to go into the living library and work on the group. Now, there'll be no visualizations for you. There'll be no descriptions from me at this moment. I just need to walk through this process. This is the first opportunity I've had for the group. So as I feel through this, give me a moment. Could enter. Bring up all records across all timelines, dimensions, densities, realities, and frequency bands, where karma attached to any person in this session, both live and on replay. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm in the library looking at all the records they just brought up for everyone. And they're asking me to burn them. Karakadishi data, please go forward. Almost done with that one. Okay, next one. So bring up all records across all timelines, dimensions, densities, realities, and frequency bands where ancestral trauma is attached to any person in this session, both live and on replay, please. Okay, go ahead now. Burn. So taking a little bit longer. A lot of ancestors were waiting for this. You're still going. Okay. And then finally, one more. So bring up all records across all timelines, dimensions, densities, realities, and frequency bands where past life trauma is attached to illness, disease, or condition with any person in this session, both live and on replay. Okay, they're marching in. Hold on the records. It's interesting, not a lot of past life trauma associated with today's session. Beautiful. Okay, so let's take a moment and visualize above my head the blue spear, about the size of a softball, nice and glowing. And just gently reach up and grab that in your mind's eye and pull that into your heart and allow that blue color, that blue energy just to spread around the body. This is simply connecting our higher selves in the process and providing a protection, an energetic protected shield around you. Your own little private bubble. Give me a moment. Please visualize your DNA, your double helix, please. Yeah, it's like the ladder. I simply want you to begin rotating it counterclockwise, please. Nice and slow. Okay, rotate a little faster, counterclockwise again. Whatever color it shows up is fine. A little faster. All right, and one more time, just a little faster. Please hold that speed for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and begin activating it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring in the color orange, which represents the first soul code. Again, nothing you need to do. Just sit tight. If you see orange and you want to visualize orange, that's fine. But I'll do all the work right now. You're telling me to tell everyone to spin them a little faster, counterclockwise, just a little faster. There we go. Okay, we're bringing in the pink. Okay, I'm just watching it. And one more. It's a silver one coming in now. And again, it's okay with you. If you don't visualize anything on your side, I'm doing all the work. Sit tight. I'll spin it faster and faster and faster. Counterclockwise as fast as you can, please. Keep spinning it, keep spinning it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go ahead and relax. You can go ahead and leave that spinning and pop out of that visualization, please. The codes have been delivered. The activations have been installed. Please visualize your heart as a red rose. Allow this red rose to open. Beautiful, bright red rose. From the middle of the rose, please visualize a green ribbon energy. The green ribbon energy has gold lace around the outside. And grow this green ribbon energy until you can find the 1,000-petal white lotus in the scene. In the middle of that lotus, the yellow center. Please connect the green ribbon energy from the red rose into the center of the white lotus. For the next few minutes, I'll do all the work. You just maintain that connection. So we're going to work on the root chakra first. Going to heal the trauma, energy interference. Moving on to the sacral, please. Again, nothing you need to do, just hold space. Shoreti anayama, karikati atishu pukutu, kurikapi atitia ma rekati shiti atia rekati achiti ushupukutu, kuamare dia tarikati anishi ni nish no porokuti shiti ania tarikani atadia tiatiku pukutu kataba dia tarikati tuchupa on ama ani ni umuli atuku pukutu shitia. Moving up to the solar plexus, please. This is going to close any portals that are not 100% alignment with you at this moment. In the solar plexus, please. Gone. Thank you. Work on the heart interference, heart trauma, please. Shikati Takati Didi Shadoliamon and Yatarika Dia Nataria de Shadia Nicadarica Burgo Darica Darica Bototia de Chicadarica the Nation Cadaria Barica Digan Darica Ticadica Darica Dicabrica Carica Cobrica Dica Corea Bachini Puchutu Shinieta Shariati Shini to Pokutu Shitia Pokutu and Yon Yetaric near the Golia Tishatia Sashi Kupu. Hari ni tarik ketis ketu cutu pada ketu sedikit tarik ni sekini eskumu de ketu sedikit tarik ketu seputu tu pu sedia ni esketu de kebu sutu dia pu isu. Work on the thought cycle, thought cycle. Surely a body at near All right, working on flow and clarity in the third eye, please. She nia dari ni dia tinggal niat 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 cik niat niat cik niat cik niat 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 cik bok ni niat niat di kecil ber ko niat niat dia ada kemu di kecil niat tiga niat niat ko bok ali niat dia niat niat cik niat na ali aji cik bu unu cik niat dia di ke dia ala ni situ ko ber ko tu ya dah ha niat niat ala ni ini cuma ali niat na ni di pokok dia pariata di dia. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the rapid repair. We'll open up the earthly grids right now, the earthly realms. I'm connecting the crystal grids to everybody's spine. Connecting to the tailbone. And visualize the white energy in the crystal grid come with the tailbone, kind of like frost in a window. Tailbone, moving up the lower back. Middle of the back. So between the shoulder blades now. Up under the neck. Underneath the cranium. Please visualize tree roots growing from the bottom of your heart. Allow these tree roots to grow down into your torso and down both of your legs, upper legs, past the knees, further down, past the feet, and into Mother Earth. Continue down these tree roots down further, further, and further until you find the core of the earth. Wrap them 3 times around, counterclockwise. 1, 2, and 3. Open up the galactic realms next. Visualize a pink light from the Sirius star system coming down, entering the top of the head or your crown. Allow it to come down and visualize it anchoring in to the top of your heart. Grow it a little larger, a little brighter, a little thicker, please. Visualize the white light coming from the Octana star system. Again, coming down the top of the head and anchoring into the top of the heart, please. A little brighter, a little thicker, a little stronger. Please visualize the silver plasma coming from the Ophiuchus star system. Allow it to come down and touch the top of the head. And if you can visualize your body, just the skeleton features of the body, allow that silver plasma, like paint, to pour over the top of the head. Watch as it pours down the sides of the head, down over the face, into the sockets, the nose, the jaw. And as you visualize this, you can see the skeleton structure absorbing the silver plasma. Like a sponge. Visualize it entering the top of the spine under the cranium, moving down until it reaches the height of the shoulders. The spine's absorbing it. Visualize it moving left and right into your shoulders, into the joints, down the arms, please, and into the elbows. Pay special attention to the joints. Please coat them nice and thick. And again, visualize the bones absorbing the silver plasma. Further down and into the wrists. Visualize the wrists absorbing the silver plasma and then moving into the hands and every knuckle, every joint, every finger bone, please. Nice and thick. Coming back up to the shoulders, please visualize the silver plasma coming down the front of the chest, the sternum, clavicle, moving further down, beginning to move around the ribs, both sides. If you have cracks and issues with the ribs, please visualize those and the bone being filled in, please, being absorbed. And this includes any space where you have fractures and cracks in the bones. Osteoporosis, the same thing, please. Allow the bones to absorb. Coming back up. And again, top of the spine. Visualize it moving down the spine, over into the shoulder blades, please. Further down, mid-back in the spine. Lower back, waistline. All the way down into the tailbone. Visualize the silver plasma moving both left and right through the hips, the SI joints, space in between the hips, and all the joints. Again, saturating everything. Moving further down, top of the legs, down, into the knees. The top of the knees, back of the knees, the joints. Everything's lubricated and coated with the silver plasma. Further down, into the ankle, please. More into the ankle, saturate the ankle, and then move the silver plasma into the feet, into the knuckles, the toes. Please visualize a red mist around you. A very, very soft, cool red mist, like fog. And as you observe this, it gets closer and closer and touches your skin. Your skin begins to absorb the red plasma. The red mist. Further, deeper and deeper into the skin. And from the skin, it moves into the center, all the way down to your core. Watch as a red mist fills up the entire body and expands the energy of unconditional love. Please focus on your heart, pulling in that red mist. And in the mind as well. Allow the mind to know you're loved. Please visualize the golden plasma with the golden flakes from the Pegasus star system. Allow this to come down, top of the head, move down, and enter the top of the heart into the chambers of the heart. Visualize the golden plasma filling the chambers of the heart. And as you see the heart pump, you see the golden plasma being moved through the cardiovascular system. Just focus on the lower half from the heart down. Watch as the arteries, the veins, the capillaries, all fill with the golden plasma. Move it into every extremity of the body. Move it down into the legs. The circulation is slow. Visualize the circulation increasing, the warmth returning, the tingles subsiding. Just move this around the body. Visualize now from the top of the heart going up. To the main arteries, into the arteries of the neck. And into the brain. Again, it's the cardiovascular system. Visualize it coming down the arms, into the cold fingers. And your cardiovascular system is now fully pumping the golden plasma. Please visualize the golden plasma saturating the brain, the organ of the brain, the inside of the brain. Visualize the golden plasma saturating and penetrating the pineal gland. Visualize the pituitary gland. And it's okay if you don't know where these are at. So it's just the intent. Move the golden plasma into the eye sockets. Around the irises, the lenses. Move them down deeper, deeper, all the way into the muscles of the eyes, the optic nerves. Visualize the golden plasma entering the auditory canal, moving down the hammer, all the way down. Visualize the golden plasma moving into the thyroid and parathyroid, all around, in and out, saturating and moving through it. Further down, visualize the golden plasma moving down the throat, about the esophagus into the top of the lungs, left and right, please. As it moves through, visualize it coating the lungs and filling the lungs up. As it fills the lungs up, you can observe the golden plasma seeping out of the lungs and coating the outside of the lungs as well. And visualize the lungs breathing in and breathing out the golden plasma. moving back into the throat. Visualize the golden plasma moving down, down, down into the stomach, coating the walls of the stomach, and filling the stomach up. And again, as you visualize this, visualize the golden plasma also coating the outside of the stomach. Moving down, visualize it coating. The gallbladder, please. It's okay if you don't have these parts, the energy is still there. Just visualize the gallbladder. And it's okay if you can't visualize that as well. It's the intent. Please move into the pancreas. Saturate it like a wet sponge. Move it through, move it through. And allow the golden plasma to ooze out. Moving into the spleen. Same thing, please. Like a sponge, like a wet sponge, fill the golden plasma up on the inside and allow it to seep through on the outside. Moving on to the liver. Please visualize the golden plasma entering the liver. And again, like a wet sponge, nice and moist. Fill the liver up with the golden plasma and allow it to seep out. And coat the complete outside. This beautiful, glistening golden plasma. Moving down, visualize the golden plasma entering the top of the small intestine. Moving through, a little further, 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 just passing through. As you visualize this, filling the inside of the small intestine, visualize the golden plasma also on the outside. Continue this through into the large intestine, all the way down on the right side. Feel or see the golden plasma moving up the right side, saturating both inside and outside. Across the top. And then down the left side. All the way down, saturating, fully saturating. And allow it to continue down and exit as appropriate. Saturating and coating any condition or illness or concern you have with these areas. Moving on to our kidneys. Above the kidneys, you have your adrenal glands. Visualize the adrenal glands like little flowers on top of the kidneys, saturated with the golden plasma. Moving down into the kidneys. Saturating the inside and the outside. If you have kidney stones or cysts or failure in the kidneys, please take a moment. Visualize those conditions being coated with the golden plasma. Moving further down, down, down. Coat the tube from the kidneys into the bladder. Visualize the bladder filling up with the golden plasma. Up, up, up. Now visualize the bladder on the outside being coated with with the golden plasma. Getting softer and softer. Bladder moving back into position. Allow the golden plasma to exit as appropriate. Coating all those areas that need the attention. For the men, please visualize the prostate being saturated with the golden plasma. and then into the testes, please. Again, addressing any concerns or areas as well. For the women, please visualize the golden plasma in the womb. The uterus, the ovaries. And once again, please coat golden plasma with any conditions, concerns. And again, allow the golden plasma to exit as appropriate. Please take a moment with the golden plasma and address any organ, any area that needs to be addressed that has not been addressed already. Moving back to the top of the head, please visualize your body as just the muscular structure. And as the golden plasma comes down to the top of the head, visualize it coming down the back of the head and coating those areas that are always stressed and tight when we move our head just the wrong way. Bring them down the front of the face, relaxing the facial muscles, the forehead, the tension headaches, all the way down into the locked jaw, the nose, the mouth. Please move these into the teeth as well while we're here, and the gum line, fully saturating the dental. Please move the golden plasma down the muscles of the neck, all around, front, back, left, right. Moving into both of the shoulders, deep, deep into the shoulders. All the way down in. Golden plasma around the upper arms, please. Fully coating down around the elbows, the forearms, and touching all the intricate muscles in the hands and the wrists. Fully saturated. Just focus on the front. Move the golden plasma down from the neck, the clavicle, the chest, down through the muscles, around the ribs, the abdomen, all the way down to the belt line. And finally moving back up to the neck. On the back side, bring the golden plasma down and coat all the muscles in the back, please. Around the shoulders, moving further down, all the way around the spine. Down, down, down. Your lower back, deep, deep into your lower back. Around the sides. Your upper torso is completely covered at this point. Moving further down, come through to the front and the back and the sides all together, but move the golden plasma down the muscles, in the waist, down in the buttocks, in the front. Deep, deep, deep into the hips, all the way into the hips. Down the upper legs, around the knees, around all the muscles in the knees, front and back. Further down, into the ankles, and into the muscles into the feet, please. Please take a moment and visualize the golden plasma saturating your skin from the top down. Down the facial features, working on the blemishes, the skin conditions, even the wrinkles. Visualize it takes tightening up, clearing up. Down the neck, into the arms. For those of you that have the thin skin in the arms, the splattiness in the arms, the bruising. Visualize the golden plasma touching those areas and dissolving and turning back to original state. Moving back down, up to the chest and the back at the same time. Again, working on the skin, down, down, down into the hips. Continue further down. Again, touching on any eczema, any other skin conditions, any rashes. Moving down into the legs. And once again, for those thin skin and the bruising, body, I visualize that going away with the golden plasma, please. Finally, just visualize the nervous system. Skeletal structure is very difficult. Just visualize the nervous system being coated inside and outside like a sheath on all the nerve endings, completely covered. This will calm the nerves and protect them. And finally, if there are other conditions we didn't touch on, in the areas of the body, genetics, other diseases, please take a moment to set the intention to coat them also in the golden plasma. Going to open up the angelic realm now, the divinity realm. Visualize below you a 3-foot golden circle, a plate of gold. On this disc or this plate, you'll be standing, but your body will be more of a hologram. As you stare at this, you begin to see the purple flame, the violet flame coming up from the bottom. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. And as it moves through your body as if it's not there. Feel your body from the observer position. Watch as the flame moves around your feet and grows. Very, very cool, cool flame. Saint Germain's violet flame. Clearing the energies in your body. Moving up towards the knees. Bigger and bigger. Brighter and brighter. Again, it's just free flowing. Moving up the upper legs. Moving up past the hips now. Larger, brighter. You can feel the energy from it. Moving up into the chest. And finally, above your shoulders with the arms by your side. As you watch this flame, you'll see it now finally move above the head. Now, the flame, a little more aggressive, it begins moving counterclockwise in a tornadic fashion. As it does this, it begins to pull in the energies that need to be pulled out. Moves in the darker energies to the middle of the tornadic activity. Brings them out the top. Visualize above you 7 hula hoops. Those hula hoops are divinity halos, angelic halos, bright white. Please take that first one and move it all the way down so it's laying on the ground by your feet. With the 7th one just above your head. And as you watch these from the observer view, with you in the middle, they get brighter and brighter and brighter white. Like the dimmer switch on a light. Brighter and brighter. It's becoming so bright you actually can't see yourself on the inside. It's just beautiful, bright white. The angels have arrived. Chotere Parikoto Shriya Parikati Shri, and they are entering the top of the halos, moving down. Yeshua has also arrived. Chatira Parakati Niyatarikani Shitoria Parikoto Shri enters the chamber. Chotia Parikoto Shriya Parikata Shri, and assumes the position directly over you. His hands are where your hands are, his feet is where your feet are. He's literally in the same exact space that you occupy right now. Please sit tight. Shaktarakati and Tarakati Chobarkati, Shitini, Tarakati, Shitini, Chiturkuchutia, Parakati, Terea, Tishkiti, Barkotosia, Parakati, Shiti, Chiturkutoshia, and Tarakatachi. He's working on the healing right now. Chodia Parakati, and the angels are working on the child inside of you. Chodia Parakati, Shiti, Chiturkutochi, Parakati, Tari, Tishiti, Tarakata, Shodo, Shooting. Opening up the higher realms now. Visualize the white diamond plasma. This white diamond plasma comes from a place beyond source. It moves through source, comes down the top of the head, and touches the top of your spine and your cranium. Visualize the white diamond plasma, the consistency of a wet paint, pouring over the top of the spine, rapidly moving down, 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 all the way down to the tailbone. And as it hits the tailbone, it begins to light up bright white, brighter, brighter, and brighter. And if you look closely, you'll begin to see white tree roots growing from the tailbone. Move those white tree roots down both sides of the legs, stretching your body up further down, all the way down, past the knees, past the ankles, into the ground. Continue down further and further and further till you find the core of the earth again, and then wrap them 3 times around counterclockwise. 1, 2, and 3. Visualize in your heart a bubble of energy. And in a moment, we're going to take a breath in, and then we're going to take a breath out. And when we take that breath out, I want you to expand that bubble in your heart all around you 6 feet. So that bubble is around you and you're on the inside of it. Breathe in. Breathe out. And expand the bubble. Visualize a green tunnel of light. On the one end of the tunnel is your heart that's open. Visualize the rose or the heart. At the other end of that tunnel is my heart, the 1,000-petal white lotus. And as you watch my heart, you're going to begin seeing pink hearts popping out in quantity, moving down the tunnel and jumping in to your heart. For the next few moments, I just want you to focus on those pink hearts. Watch your heart absorb them. Please wait. Chaleti ni kata kani ati si ati a o shiri a pare kani ati a ari a shko o ko ti ni ali ni a shko bo ko tu ni ka ka ti ni la shko bo no ni ati na ati ke shko ko tu ka ti ka ti ko shko ko shi ni a pare ke ta ka ti ti tu ko shoti ka shko tu ko tu shi ya shati ya ta te ti ka ti tu ko tu ko shoti ya pare ke ni ta ke ti ko bre ka ti tu po shu po ya ti ka da please hold energy being delivered the healings. Just sit tight. Still happening. You're saying, please hold, please hold. Okay, they're delivered. And as you feel it, you can come out of the meditation. And if you feel called to it, you can write your experiences in the chat window. It just helps all of us understand what the others are experiencing, if you feel called to it. Then I'm happy to answer questions in a few moments. Just raise your hands and we'll go from there. Let me go ahead and get Athena here. Hey, Athena, go ahead and unmute.
And muted her.
Okay. Oh, did we?
Oh,
Hello?
What happened? Athena, are you
there
there?
she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're muted. There we go.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Ken.
How are you?
Oh, I left work early today, so I was able to make the meeting. I have not been feeling well,
Okay.
and I did write about it in the chat.
Hmm. Okay. I hadn't seen that yet. Give me a
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Yeah,
Should take it.
I can go ahead and help with that.
Okay.
Athena asks for healing. Feels like autoimmune issue, swelling, facial puffiness, weight gain, hyperthyroidism, low hormone levels, and DHEA. Feeling a
And
bit
that,
unwell.
yeah,
It's
and
good.
that was per some blood tests that were from yesterday.
Right. Should take a particle to shitty the indicated a particle to shitty. There's some stress related to this. So some of the healing that has taken place with regards to that today, it is not complete just yet. The just looking at this right here, the facial the facial is definitely an emotion tied to that. Has that been addressed? Yes, move on. You'll get the healing you need, Athena. You can also reach out to me. And just so everyone's aware, Athena, I believe you're in Sedona, correct?
Correct, yes.
Correct. So the group healings from here on out will begin at 8 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. to accommodate the other coast. And also they'll be moving from Wednesdays to Thursdays. I'll send that notice out just to accommodate more folks. Okay. Thank you,
Perfect.
Athena.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Ken. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Jesse writes, the visuals are always so intense. I love it. And LD writes, thank you, Jesse. LD writes, I have a huge sty on my eye for a week and it won't go away.
What are you hiding? There's something you don't want to see. I know that sounds obvious to everyone, right? Can we work on that, please? That was actually put on you. Hold on a second. Can we move that energy? A little bit more. I'm working on your eye right now, please. Okay, great. Thank you. That's been worked on. They're talking probably 3 days, I believe the number they said for that resolution to happen. What's next?
And then the next one is, I think it's Katrina, is
Mhm.
the abdominal pain physical or emotional?
Here, hold on. I'm not seeing that on there. Is that to you? Oh, I'm
It's,
sorry. That is. It's the
yeah,
abdominal, physical,
everyone.
emotional. You know, it is physical. And again, there's just other energies that's attached to you. It's not so much emotional energies. Okay. They're telling me there's some past life things here. Three of them. Angels. It's funny. So they're actually telling me that was worked on with the living library earlier. But angels, go ahead and assist. You should have some pretty quick relief with that. Can we continue working on her? Thank you. Okay, well, I know there's a hand up. I missed somebody
Yeah,
up
there was a
there.
hand up and I tried to unmute them, so I apologize. I'm not sure who that was. It covered them up. Kaylee Scott.
Okay.
Hi. Um,
Okay,
I
good.
wanted to say, I don't remember, it was towards the beginning, after the library, um, at the beginning of the meditation part, I saw Earth, but when you were talking about the crystals, I saw a bunch of different pink pillars that I've never seen surrounding Earth before, and I don't know how many, but the number 12 is coming to my mind.
These are actually your codes, your ascension codes that are being they're using the word installed, upgraded, aligned, in the proper sequences. You still have additional codes for the ascension process itself, but this is the structure, the framework, for your movement forward in your process.
Thank you.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks. The next one is from Michelle. She says, my restless leg syndrome went away for a couple of weeks after my session with you, but has come back. Also not sleeping well, waking up, feeling anxiety.
Yeah, yeah. So give me a second here. You have some unwanted friends, if you will, friends energies, entities. Remove the contract. Okay, now we're just working on the legs. The energy around that, please. Okay, they're going to continue working on that as well. So ultimately, what was happening here is your restless leg syndrome. You had energies, we call them entities, right? But they're just energies that aren't welcomed. And the term entity might have a bad rap in terms of negative and ugly and nasty, but ultimately these are things that don't belong. When we remove those, and often they're from contracts, from past life things or galactic history stuff, the energetic impact they have gets removed as well. In this particular case, the twitching, restless leg syndrome was all regarded to that. Okay, that energy in you while you're trying to sleep. Go ahead, Kim.
Kat, Katrina, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly. It says, it was bothering me today and several other days. It went away during the session.
It's going to come back a little bit. You're going to have a repeat in the next 2 to 3 days, maybe even into the 4th day before it begins settling down in a more permanent fashion. So expect it to kind of come up a little and then ease off.
Okay. Becca says, since 2016, I've been having issues with itching, especially my hands and mostly at night. Not every day, just random. I thought it was, oops, it just went away.
Yeah.
I thought it was thyroid.
Where does the thyroid hormone levels? It is indeed related to some hormonal levels, but there's some additional issues with the skin itself. Having an impact, having a reaction, it's other potential medications that you're either taking or surrounding yourself with in the environment. The skin is trying to heal itself, Korika Poroko Toshiria Paria. We're gonna assist that real quick. Then we're gonna get up to the hormones, please. They said that was already worked on in the session. Should you move that energy from the skin, please? Okay, I'm actually seeing your hand turning clammy for some reason versus the itchiness or dryness. So that'll be taken care of also over the next 7 days.
Great. And Gayla has her hand raised. I'm trying to unmute her now. Ken, I think you're the only one that can do that. When I try to mute
Karen?
them.
I say
Yeah.
ask on me. There we go. There we go.
I did.
Perfect.
Thank you. I had a question regarding I'm on my 15th walk-in, and I have right now a facet coming into that 15th that is being hindered by identity alters.
Okay.
And my coach and I were not able to get rid of them completely, and I wanted to know if you can.
Yes, we can help with the process of the integration of the different soul aspects that are entering you. You have some entering. You also have a couple leaving. I see 2 of them leaving, but the process is indeed bumpy and sticky and tough for them. It's almost as if you have one in there that is just mucking up the process a little. So we can help you. I'm not gonna be able to do it on this call, Gayla, but if you reach out to me, we can set up something and we can get a little deeper with that. Okay?
Thank
But welcome to the club with the walk-ins, right? Thank
Nice.
you.
Katrina says cat tree ona, O-N-A. And then the next one is Jesse says, my aches and pains are gone. My stuffy nose is gone. Thanks, Ken. Question. Is my cervical spine injury that's super old and recently re-injured actually the old stuff coming up to be healed? Will the numbness and pain in my hands resolve anytime soon?
But yeah, the spine stuff is ancestral stuff. They just keep attaching to you. And the work that was done in the living library will assist with that. Again, this was the first time I've had a chance to really use it. And they're saying that actually is going to be a slower process. So the process of me accessing the living library to deal with the ancestral stuff, that connection just needs to be strengthened through process. So let me see if they'll just jump in there real quick. You got 2 of them hanging around you. Should they do? Angels? And pull that off. There's a contract involved. Okay. A little bit of magic there. Hold on. Get rid of the magic. Out. Okay. You move up. Working on the neck now. So Jesse, reach out, let me know how that goes. And you had a second question there. What was that? Will the numbness and the pain hands resolve anytime soon? They said it's not going to be anytime soon. You still have some more work to do. We've known each other for quite a while and you've done a lot of work, but there's still some energies that need to pull through. You're still several weeks away from having the relief of those. The session today is going to help. And they said the replay will also help you as well. So listen to the replay in a week or so. And again, you're still a couple weeks away from the resolution in the hands. Sorry for the delay, but that's what they're telling me.
Okay. Katrona says, yes, it feels better from this session. Thank you. Lindy says, I've been having more upper neck pain and head tension and face tension and headaches lately. Why is that?
I feel heartbreak. Just go ahead and relax that. I think you've got the heartache, the emotion. Just having a hard time finding an exit. It's like it's just trapped. Just go ahead and open that up for her, please. And I'm just watching this as it starts moving out from you. So okay, I'm just going to jump into your heart. Okay, thank you. Then we're just going to relax all that up. They're telling you to breathe through it. It's funny. So as you begin having these things, just breathe through it and relax and allow it to happen. Okay, it's literally the energy looking for a way out. Okay, next.
Diana asks or says, pin and needle-like sensation across my abdomen, which happens often. Any ideas?
Yeah, you got some past life trauma there, some crazy past life trauma. I literally see the abdomen ripped open. In a very brutal situation. So give me just a second here. Grab that. Grab him. Pull that out, give it back. Thank you. Pull it out of the sacral, out of the root. Okay, so the healing's taking place, and they've actually got some gold ribbon wrapped around the abdomen as it begins healing. So they say it's actually not healing, it's actually shifting the energies that were attached before. They're no longer necessary because the connection isn't there. So they'll just move the energies around and the energies will exit in just under a day. So you're going to still feel some movement and some, I wouldn't call it discomfort, but you're going to feel some movement down there while these energies move around. They'll be gone in about a day.
Okay. Rob says, if possible, can you work on my tendonitis?
They said not yet. They want you to reach out to me, Rob, and you and I are going to do Living Library together. It'll be a fun experience, and we're going to see where that takes us. But they're telling me that's what we're going to do for you. Okay? You got my number.
Joanna says, thank you. Since my awakening, strong energy moves through my body like high electricity. I have a feeling it's infinite intelligence energy. I could not translate or use it so thus far. Or am I acting as a receiver or transmitter for this energy from the higher realms?
It's actually, we use the word tweaking, if you will. It's actually tweaking you. Those higher energies that are around you are actually pulling you up to the higher frequencies or higher dimensions, if you will. So it's like a magnet to a magnet, if you will. It's pulling you up, okay, versus from the inside out. It literally is transforming you. This is a journey you're going to be on for another year or so with regards to these frequencies around you and that intensity. So yes, I hope that helps. Maybe it doesn't.
There's another part to this that just
Oh.
came through. It says, also struggling a lot with addiction for many years, can't find a way until now to heal it or find the root of it.
Okay, so that'd be a different session. All right, that's a private session we can do, and we can dive into that a little deeper. That's up to you. Otherwise, I would, the session today, addiction's interesting in terms of the behavioral patterns behind it. And while we can often work on the cause of it, the pattern still exists. The origin of that can be found, but it can't be found in this group healing session. So if we want to dig in deeper, you just reach out and we can dive in and find out what we can discover and remove for you, okay? Not everything can be done in the group healing, but we do try.
It looks like there's two folks that answered or did this.
Oh.
One is Jesse. Do you see it? It says, yes, it's the hair loss for 10 years, and I can attest to that for hair loss. Especially for women.
They say this is a normal process with the genetics. There's nothing wrong. It's just the normal process of the breakdown of the genetics as we move through life.
Okay. Becca,
sorry. I got gray hair. I can't get rid of that yet.
Yeah. Becca says, thanks, Ken. While you were healing my itchy hands, my right foot cramped, which happens randomly as well. I was going to ask my doctor if it's neuropathy, neuropathy, but my feet, okay, my feet just
Right.
like a Charlie horse, not good when driving.
Yeah. Shatiatian nia da de shitikitushuriya. Okay, again, there's just something that doesn't need to be there. Ayati shiria, something a little mischief. Ka pukupu shuria. Pull them out first. This is layered. There's 2 or 3 layers to this. Let's just get rid of the first one. I'm not sure how long that's been going on. 'Cause this guy's a hitchhiker. Yeah, which is not a problem, but he doesn't. I think he's been there for a year or so. Please exit. Okay, there's a past life involved. Angels. Share by 2 ancestors. Okay, so the tension in the feet should begin relaxing, easing up. I think the whole situation with the tension up earlier was it wanted attention. All right. Hey, we want help too. Okay, cool.
LD says, my mom is with me and her neck and shoulder always is hurting. Can you heal? I think it might be past life trauma.
So her neck and shoulder. Yeah, there's some past life stuff here, definitely. It's more entrapment. Hold on a second here. There's a contract you entered into, or she entered into. Okay, let's go ahead and read this guy up. Read the contract. And out. And gone. And re-energize that, please. Okay, so they're working on that. They're going to work on it through the night. We'll have to see how that feels in the morning for her, okay?
Jesse says, also, is my hearing going to come back in my ears? Ever since my sinus infection 2 weeks ago, it feels like I'm underwater and can hardly hear, and constant ringing in my ears.
I got to tell you, that went on for me for 3 weeks, and there was nothing I can do about it. And it's happened to so many people recently. It will come back. You got to give it time, okay? And I'm not sure the exact reason that it happened to me and others, but I have seen it in so many people. It's a 3-week process. So yeah, just allow it to go. It'll come back.
Rob says, thank you, Ken. Lisa says, thank you, Ken.
Mhm. Yep.
Carol says, any idea on and this one went to me direct.
Okay.
And so you don't see it, Ken. Any idea on the cause of my tongue cancer, oral cancer, and any idea when I can expect some relief?
Yeah, hold on a second here. So you've got some magic. It's funny, silver tongue's the word that comes up. Okay, keep bring the 3 up. Nice mouth hands. I'm just working on you now. Give me a second. And exit. Go back to the magic. Okay, so that's done. Allow the healing to take place. They are working on you individually there. I'm not sure if there was a question there, but they did work on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on. What's the next one?
So just so everybody
Oh.
knows, like I have 9 new messages besides the ones that are in the queue. So I'm trying to get everyone. I hope I don't miss anyone. This next one says, Katrina says, hey, Ken, Trish is asking about her ankle. I haven't gotten, if I'm not mistaken, to Trish's yet.
That's okay, Trish.
So yes, yeah.
So Trish, I also want to work with you and Rob on the same thing. And I know you're interested. We have a podcast coming up here soon. So why don't you reach out to me tomorrow? We'll set a time up for us to explore that, okay? And we'll dive a little deeper because you should have been done. So should have done or healed, not done, but healed. All right, next.
Joanne says, thank you. It's a journey. Trish says, my ankle's still so, now I've gotten hers.
Yeah.
Well, it is suggestion. So I don't think they all come at the same time for us. So I apologize if it's not in your order that you see. Lindy says, I feel like I'm chronically coughing, cleansing energies from my lungs for the past 2 months. Is this all energetic or physical or past life?
You're kind of under a little bit of attack. And I mean, I say a little bit of attack, meaning that you have some ancestral stuff that's hitting you hard. So attack in that fashion, but don't think of it as a entity attack. A little bit of punishment there. That's from a past life. So bring all that up, please. Angels. There's like 6 different things they're working on right now. Okay, move that out. Let's go ahead and move into the lungs. Just go ahead and clean them real quick. There's still something on there, something attached. Show me what I got going on. But she bring him in. Bubble it. Write the contract. And do him and move it off. I'm gonna rebuild. Okay. Yeah, you had some attachments that needed to go. So take a poco toshiria para que deixa. You should be able to breathe deeper now, by the way. Okay, next.
Diana says she has a dry eye feeling sometimes. I have allergies too. Any ideas?
You need to check your environment. I'm not sure if you got mold going on, but there's something in your environment that's literally always constantly attacking you. When you say the word attacking, just energetically, yeah, you got to look for it in your environment. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do on this side for that. Okay, could you just be re-added to it? Okay, next.
Grace says, hello, I'm struggling with genetic issues lately, thyroid, hormone, weight gain, detox issues, gut issues, general pain, a dropped shoulder. These issues worsen. I just lost her.
I see.
Yeah, do you see it?
We'll keep reading though.
These issues worsen after other souls started. Waking up. There's a lot of trauma involved. The one would born into this body is waking up and is struggling to integrate and process trauma. Would appreciate any help. Thank you.
Yeah. So Grace, it's a Grace or Gala because one of these had a walk-in, right?
Is it Grace?
Grace.
Grace. This is my first time coming.
Oh, okay. So you're also a walk-in? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what you're telling me?
I think that's the term. This is a new term I've heard is walk-in or soul braid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get you. So these are more complex issues that usually aren't going to be dealt on the call, like I was talking with Gayla earlier. I can absolutely help you with the integration and let me just tap into you a little deeper. You guys, your souls are looking for instructions. They're looking for guidance. They are actually disconnected from their source right now. You can think of it as a telephone line that's been disconnected, or bad Wi-Fi, if you will, right? So that's what's happening right now. So
there's a lot
of
dissociation.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of dissociation.
Yeah. They're not getting the information they need to do what they've got to do. They feel a little lost and a little bit of alone right now, and they're just struggling.
Okay, that makes
so yeah, totally. I'm totally willing to help you with that. Okay, but we can't do it on this call.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Kaylee has her hand raised.
Oh, okay, grab her.
You may have just answered my question. My question is, how do I bring in a walk-in?
How do you bring in a walk-in?
Or how, well, I don't know the right verbiage, but I don't, yeah.
I don't think we get a choice.
Okay.
So let's, but that's okay. If you could ask your question in a different context. Are you
I'm
trying to
not
bring
for
in
sure.
something?
I'm not. So I had a conversation today right before this call that was one of those conversations that you had before a call for a reason. And the
Mhm.
person was talking about having an experience of what I would call crossing the abyss, where they could manifest that they didn't exist. That person didn't exist anymore, and reality didn't exist. And I've heard of other people talking about this, but essentially what it was is ascending to such a level that you're bringing in anything that you want or need with ease and with no effort, which I've kind of been there, but I've also always been tethered. And at that time, I thought, I wonder if I am supposed to have another walk in, because in my realm right
Okay.
now, what I know I need to do is let go of the idea of the need to work hard in order to feel enjoyment or fulfillment. I
Okay.
I know, okay, yeah. I
No,
know how
no,
to,
keep going. I'm sorry. Probably, I didn't mean to
it's
interrupt.
okay.
Keep talking.
I've know how to manifest, and I know my thoughts create form and all of that, but
Mhm.
I feel this need to let go more in order to let in more light, because actually there are easier ways for me to do things
Yeah, you're
now.
struggling. It's like
Yeah.
you're working so hard. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to do that. You should just allow. And not for nothing, but the comment earlier about being able to bring in anything and everything at all levels, and I didn't resonate well with the way the statement was presented from the other person. So happy to have a deeper discussion on that, but I think some of the scope of the comment was a little large. Having walk-ins come in is one thing, but telling a walk-in to come in is usually something that's planned and designed, if you will, right? It generally doesn't happen without a contract involved. So there's something there, then it'll happen. But let's happy to have a chat with you later, a little bit deeper, because there's more to this than just this one this few sentences. There's just a lot more to this.
Okay.
Okay.
Jesse says, hi, Ken. Dave is asking if you could work on his back and anything he should be aware of with the whole situation at work in a lawsuit.
Okay. So where I didn't Dave.
Jesse.
Oh yeah, Dave. He'll need to reach out to me, Jesse. Okay. Thank you.
Lindy says, thank you. Kaylee, we just
Yeah.
answered hers. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, Caitlin, just to be
She says,
clear, there's a
yeah.
big part of me that feels I don't completely understand the question and what you're doing. So let's just have that conversation a little deeper when you're ready. Go
Okay.
ahead.
And then Patricia says she wants to be a walk-in, so she commented through that. And then
Yeah.
hopefully I didn't miss anybody with anything.
No. Thank you, Patricia. Nice to see you, by the way.
Yes, nice to see you. That's it, Ken.
All right. All right. Super cool. Thank you, everyone. I'll send some announcements out. I'll get the recording here shortly, and I appreciate everyone. Hi, Sam.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.